Everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a review of the most recent film coming out of Warner Brothers, with that being Joker Folie, and how this film is very, very divisive actually, and very, very negative. This would be sadly a negative review, but also I just want to say as well that this is a spoiler review as well, and just a pre-warning. Also, sorry for the room. It's going under development. So it's kind of like an asylum, and that's I felt like trapped. But that's what you felt like when you're watching this film. That's a preempting before you carry on watching this review. This review hasn't got many positives. It's got many negatives, which was a shame. But that's what you really deserve after you make a film that's very unnecessary and basically pointless from the get-go. So let's just jump right into it, and let's just start with this mess of a film that no wonder it's got the reviews it's got. No wonder it hasn't made hardly any money. However, let's just start with the positives. That this is shot very nicely and very well. You can tell that this is made for 70mm for IMAX realistically, and the shots are very nice, very cool. The lighting is that's one positive actually. The lighting is very nice. The way that it's like very dark and gloomy and desolate and miserable. It's miserable. Which is realistically what they were going for the whole time, but it's still miserable to probably be those characters. Also, the acting is done very nicely. Joaquin Phoenix, of course, was good. Lady Gaga was, in my opinion, a standout, actually. She was pretty good. What also brought her performance up in a way was definitely her singing. Her singing was very nice, as it should be. She's a singer, after all. So, of course, that she was good. But yeah, acting was very good across the board, and that was really it, besides of one scene actually, which I kind of like, and this is a spoiler, of course, as this is a spoiler review. The courtroom scene where the Joker is interrogating Mr. Puddles. Now, this, in my opinion, is the best scene in the film without fail. Joaquin Phoenix's acting in this is very good. Like, of course, he switches between 3 different accents, which is, first of all, really hard as an actor because you have to time that really quickly. But I just feel like that is incredible acting. Also, shot very nicely, and very, how do I put it, very scary to be in that like scene, if you know what I mean. Like, it's very interesting, very what I thought the film was gonna be like. Really, I thought the film was gonna be like that. Really, like Joker defending himself out of court, and then by the end of it, him actually getting out of court. I thought that's what is gonna happen at the end of the film. It's sad that this film isn't very good. I wanted this film to be good. I thought that the musical element was a big stretch, and it's a big hit and swing, but I thought that it was gonna work. And because no comic book movie has ever done that realistically, with the characters singing the songs to elevate the plot. However, the sad thing is that it didn't work, and now I have to go on to the negatives of this film because you're in for a long one now. Now, I know all of you want me to talk about that ending. Now, I'll talk about it near the end, of course. However, one of the first negatives realistically is the unnecessary songs, and with that is the unnecessary amount of the replays of the songs. Now, what do I mean by this is that one of the songs was played once, and it was like, that was good, and it was like a big set piece. Like, one of the main plot lines was the fact that they want to build a mountain on a hill, right? And then they played the song. And then they played the song again. And then they played the song again. And then it got to a point where they played the song so many times, it was like drilled into my head. It was like, when is the song going to be played again? And then, of course, the main song realistically in this film is Saints Go Marching On. And that was played at the start with like the whistling. And then it got carried on. And then it got dragged. And then it got dragged so much that it got a little bit, in my opinion, got annoying to hear it. It got annoying. And it was like, could you not have another song to play? Or could you make an original song for us, please? Or would you like to rehash a song from the 60s or anything like that? It just got a little bit aggravating, as we know we could have got better. We could have got a full catalogue of just straight original songs, which would have just been so much better and so much more entertaining. It's just so much better. We also got hardly any Gotham in this film. Like, we only got, what? I'm going to say, because I won't say the court scenes were in Gotham, obviously, but like just straight Gotham, right? We got, what, 15, 20 minutes max? It was a little bit disappointing because, you know, in the first film, Gotham was in it all the time, obviously. It was set in there. But it's just a shame that we didn't get that. We won't be able to see that again, obviously, after the really, really odd ending at best, and absolutely why the hell did you do that at worst ending. However, what is the real problem is that, like, all of it is set in Arkham practically. Of course, we've got the things in the courtroom. However, it's just mainly in Arkham. And that's fine. Of course, you get to see that and stuff like that. But you'd rather him escape or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a scriptwriter, and I probably would. I'd write a worse film than this. And that's really disappointing if I could do that. It's very unnecessary. Like, at the end of the first film, may I add, that you just feel like you could leave whatever happens to him up to your imagination. Like, you can go, okay, that's fine. I'd have loved to have just envisioned in my mind what was going to happen to him rather than be told what's happening to him. And what I mean by this is that you'd want to think he's going to carry on being the Joker after the first film and not give it up after about, 4 weeks?
It's false.
Like, it's just really disappointing the way that he gives it up like that. And I understand that he sees what happens because of him being the Joker, but us as an audience we want to see him be the Joker. We don't want to see him give up the mantle. I understand the plot line of the guy gets killed because of the fact that he's the Joker and he likes the embodiment of the Joker. But that doesn't mean that he cannot not be the Joker. Like, I just don't get that part. Like, give it up. Why?
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb, it's brilliant.
No! It's just dumb.
Like, it's just a bit disappointing. And, oh my god, the Lady Gaga Harley Quinn, she was good as the actor, right? She was good as the acting. But the writing, however, right, was like, didn't really, like, of course she was, in a way it was like adapted from the comics, of course. And it was a little bit different, of course, as, yes, she studies psychology and all that stuff. But still, it's a little bit disappointing when you see all the trailers and you see all like the leaked footage back from a couple years ago and you see, oh, she's in this film a lot. She was hardly in it. And she wasn't really the character that I was expecting, if I'm honest. Like, I was expecting more of a traditional take on her, but not like a Margot Robbie take, obviously. Well, you know, a little bit more grounded, a little bit more different version. I just thought it was a little bit disappointing, and like, yeah, I just thought that it's a little bit disappointing the way that they treated her, and the fact that she didn't care for Arthur at all. And there was no points in the film where she cared for Arthur. She only cared for him being Joker. Like, she's like, no, you're Joker. Arthur doesn't actually exist. Joker exists. Be Joker. Be Joker. Be Joker. Now that's like, I understand that, but I just think it's like a weird creative choice because of the fact that, like, why would you do that? And why would you lie to him saying that you are pregnant, but then just dump him straight away and call the cops on him, which is alluded to. Like, it alludes to that she called the cops on him and said that he's there, which I'm guessing is true. But yeah, I just thought the whole Harley Quinn plotline was very unnecessary, actually. Like, if you just plucked her out of the film, you wouldn't really get much. You wouldn't get really differences, in my opinion. It wouldn't really be a little bit different. It wouldn't really change the whole plot of the film when you think about it. Maybe if you look, let's say you take away Harley Quinn and the musicals, you've got like the same film practically, just without the music and the Harley Quinn. But that's just like minor nitpicks. But this is the big nitpick. This is the ending. Now, most of you now know that the ending is that it basically implies that the person we've been watching Arthur for the past two films is not actually the Joker. Now, when I was watching this, I was absolutely shocked and flabbergasted that that could even be considered by the studio, that could ever be allowed to, you know, be even written down on a piece of paper. Now, that is ridiculous, and it's like, why did you do that? Right? And it kind of alludes to that the person who killed him is Heath Ledger whilst he's doing Glasgow, like doing that to his Glasgow smile, right? Why would you do that? It's like, what's the point? It's like, so we've been watching a person who's basically a psychopath, but he's not the Joker because he gives it up. And some person has seen what he's done and is going to become the real Joker, but isn't really the real Joker because the Joker does all of these things by his own will and he doesn't get influenced by a different Joker. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why they've done it, and I just think it's bitterly disappointing after how good the first film was and how by the end of the film he turned into the Joker, and what the film after, he gives it up and he gets killed. That is the worst ending. One of the worst endings I've seen. I might be overreacting. I just think it's disappointing. I don't know why they did it. And it was like, some parts were like really good, and then it just it's like they're like, you know, they're going, oh yeah, this is getting good, this is getting good. And you go, no, we're just going to ruin it for you right now. And it's like, what are you doing? The first film was brilliant. This film was not good. I don't know, guys. I'm disappointed. I don't know. You are, especially with that ending. Put it in the comments. What comments? What do you think of the ending? I'm very disappointed with it. I don't hope you are. I hope some of you like it. And of course, that's your opinion, but I don't. But of course, there is some positives, but the ending really topped off a bad experience at the movies. Now, put in the comments, what did you think of the film? I personally didn't enjoy it, but I'm guessing people did, as 31% I think it's now. That's really, really low. A select minority of people have only liked it. And I understand if it's the musical element or stuff like that, or you do like the ending. Maybe the ending really tops it off as a good film. But for me, it was just a bit disappointing. But yeah, that's the video. That's the review. I really hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, actually, you can click here. And if you'd like to watch another video, you can do so here. I'll be back for another video soon, potentially Friday, I would say, after I break down and review the next episode of Agatha All Along, episode 5. And yes, that's the video, and thank you, and bye.